Um, Thank you so much for coming to today's Mayor Britt's press conference unveiling our Lunar New Year stamp this year, the Year of the Dragon commemorative stamp. San Francisco has a very special place in postal history. In December of 1992, San Francisco was the city where the historic unveiling of the first ever Lunar New Year stamp took place in this entire country. And since 1992, we have many National First Days unveiling ceremonies here. But whether we get the first day or not, we always have an unveiling of the stamp as part of our Lunar New Year celebration. It's very exciting. Last week, I was very fortunate to be invited to Seattle to join the United States Postal Service in the National First Day of the Year of the Dragon stamp. During that ceremony, which was attended by 300-400 people, the unveiling official, Eduardo Ruiz, who is the Vice President of Retail and Delivery Operation in the United States Postal Service, informed me and the public that the Lunar New Year's commemorative stamp seal is the most successful program in the entire history of commemorative stamps. So we are very, very happy to hear that. We keep up with the tradition. We appreciate the United States Postal Service for keeping up this tradition because it is very important to our community. And so today we are gathered here, although the stamp was already out there, but it is our tradition in this city to unveil the stamp also here for everyone in the San Francisco Bay Area. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce our Mayor, Mayor London Britt, who loves our stamps every year and have been unveiling quite a few stamps over the years, right? Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, and welcome to San Francisco City Hall to kick off this commemorative stamp unveiling to celebrate the official start of Lunar New Year in our city. It's an exciting time in San Francisco, filled with so much joy and excitement, especially after coming out of this global pandemic. It has been very difficult, and for whatever reason, I feel like even though we have the worst of it behind us, this is one of the first years that I feel like people are actually coming out and coming together differently than they ever have before to celebrate Lunar New Year. I was at events in Chinatown, in the Richmond, and in the Bayview Hunters Point where they were celebrating Black History Month and Lunar New Year in a joint celebration together. And it's been great to see, and these places have been packed with people. So the excitement is in the air, and I couldn't be more excited and proud to be here today to celebrate a time-honored tradition for the past 30 years here in San Francisco, thanks to the leadership of Claudine Chang and the APA Heritage Foundation that has been doing so much amazing work for the City and County of San Francisco during the month of May and Lunar New Year to bring communities together. So thank you, Claudine, so much for all your amazing work. We have a number of other special guests from across the API spectrum, from Japantown to the Tenderloin to the Soma neighborhood to the various groups who will have activities and events all over San Francisco, including our city librarian, Michael Lambert, which will be a number of great events, so make sure you check out the San Francisco Public Library System and look at all the activities and events and things that are going on in our libraries and our parks. It's gonna be a good time in San Francisco. And Lion Dance Me, man, these folks know how to put on a performance. Right now, this is their relaxing moment, even though it takes a lot of strength to hold this dragon up. They're gonna be doing it at events all over the city. They're gonna be performing and doing all the exciting things that they do, and clearly they're a lot younger than the rest of us because they have the energy and the strength to do it. So we are joined by a couple of people here today, and I again want to recognize and thank Claudine Chang and the APA Heritage Foundation for the work that they do. I want to thank the Postmaster for being here as well, Douglas Smith, and we have Harlan Wong, who I'm so happy to get Harlan into City Hall. He is the man behind the most extraordinary parade anywhere in the world, the Lunar New Year parade that will be happening in San Francisco. on February 24th, so we hope everyone comes to visit. Book up all those hotel rooms, come to eat and enjoy Chinatown and the rest of the city for the parade, and all during the month of May. There's something for everyone, so we're excited to have you here, as well as our assessor, Joaquin Torres, our city attorney, David Chu, and thank you to our police commissioner, Larry Yi, for joining us, representing the Chinese Consolidated Benevolent Association. So we are excited and grateful, looking forward to seeing some real fun and activities in the city and county of San Francisco as we just kick off the moment, the Year of the Dragon, which represents strength, it represents courage, and it represents progress. And I must say that this city has made some significant progress. We know that this pandemic is not completely far behind us. But we also know that during that time, we experienced some real challenges in our API community with a rise in API hate. And coming together, making investments in our senior escort programs, our ambassadors, protecting our communities, coming together to do what's necessary to keep people safe with our police officers. As a result, since 2021, we've seen a 90% decline in API hate crimes in the city and county of San Francisco, thanks to the work of so many of you who are here today. Because we want people to be able to come out to Chinatown, to Visitation Valley, to all the neighborhoods of San Francisco, all of our seniors, our elders, our grandmas who we love so much. They have to feel safe in this city, and the work that we are doing together is ensuring that, especially during Lunar New Year. We're cleaning up the streets even more. We're putting out all the various activities and food and fun and festivities. You're going to see smiles all over the city and county of San Francisco because of everything we have done and will continue to do to ensure the success of Lunar New Year in San Francisco. And this unveiling of this stamp really just kicks it off into full gear. So thank you all so much for being here. And with that, I would like to introduce our city attorney, David Chu.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, for your leadership and for being our chief cheerleader when it comes to Lunar New Year. Let me first start also with some thanks to the APA Heritage Foundation and Claudine Cheng. Year in, year out, you keep doing the work, and I want to thank you for that. But I also want to thank so many community leaders who are here who have been working with her and working with us to make sure that the Asian American capital of the United States, which is San Francisco, we celebrate Lunar New Year the right way. I also should just mention to the Lion Dance Me Troupe that our assessor recorder and I were talking about how we would like to don those poles during Chinese New Year and dance in the parade, but we will, over the next couple weeks, be doing some arm curls of our law books and our property tax books to get ready. Is that right, Joaquin? All right, we're ready. Let me tell you why this celebration is so important to me. So when I was a kid, I collected stamps, and I was obsessed about the images and the pictures and the history that stamps taught us about who we are as a country. But I have to tell you, when I was growing up in the 1970s and the 1980s, there weren't stamps that reflected our culture, our API heritage, our inclusive, diverse, beautiful culture that is the Asian Pacific American community here in the United States. And when I think about how different it has been over the last 30 years, that generations of kids get to see reflected in something as common as the stamps that we put on our letters, it's entirely different. My son, who is 7, is also slightly obsessed with stamps because he is, of course, my son. And for me to be able to share with him the new generation of Year of the Dragon stamps, I know is going to be very exciting to him, but it means that just as I learned about Black history and women's history and other aspects of American history from the stamps that I observed in the 70s and 80s, he will learn all that and more. And so I just want to thank the Postmaster and the leadership of the Postal Service for everything you're doing to really uplift who we are as Americans, uplift who we are as Asian Pacific Americans, and uplift who we are as San Franciscans. So with that, thank you so much. And I think, Claudine, am I bringing you back, or Madam Mayor? Come on back, Madam Mayor.
Thank you so much, David, for your work and your leadership. I want to also take an opportunity to recognize some of the leaders that are joining us here today. Nelson Lum is with us, as well as Stephen Lee, our Port Commissioner and Nightlife Champion. Lion's Den will be packed all throughout Lunar New Year. Grace Hirochi, thank you so much, from Japantown. Ron Lee, good to see you. I see the Hawaiian shirt is always good for any occasion. Alvin Louis and Al Perez, thank you so much for being here with us, Commissioner Perez, and so many of our wonderful leaders, as well as our Commissioner Irene Yee Riley. We appreciate all the work that many of you do on boards, commissions, and activities all around the city. And with that, I want to introduce the Postmaster. I was going to say Postmaster General, but just Postmaster from the United States Postal Service to help introduce and talk about this stamp, Douglas Smith.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Mayor Breed, for the kind words. Much appreciated. Claudine, I don't think that there's any place else in this country that represents what we provide with the stamp than this city. Even though we weren't first this year, I think we are always going to be the most important, so thank you for those words. It's an honor for me to be here on behalf of the United States Postal Service as we celebrate the Year of the Dragon and with a new Forever stamp. I'd first like to thank our speakers, the honored guests, customers, and community leaders for your support. As a Postmaster of San Francisco, I'm proud to recognize this beautiful and meaningful stamp that is valued by both the community we serve in San Francisco and our employees who celebrate the Lunar New Year as well. It is a time when family and communities get together, as you have all done today, to celebrate the unveiling of our stamp. As one of America's oldest public institutions, the Postal Service is proud to celebrate the nation's history and heritage through our commemorative stamp program. Likewise, I am proud to say the Postal Service workforce is one of the most diverse in America, and that's appropriate since we serve the most diverse customers on the face of the earth. Ours is truly a world culture, which is why it is so important that our stamps reflect the nation's rich, multicultural heritage and traditions. For more than 3 decades, the Postal Service has proudly issued stamps celebrating the Lunar New Year. In fact, the Lunar New Year collections are some of the most successful stamp releases the Postal Service has ever had. And it's no surprise considering more than 1.5 billion people around the world mark the annual event. The success of this series is a wonderful reminder of the power of tradition to bring friends and family together in the spirit of celebration. A tradition, of course, is what Lunar New Year is all about. This year's stamp showcases the only mythical creature in the Chinese zodiac. Occupying a special place in Chinese folklore, dragons are considered by many to be welcome heralds of hope for the future. It has also been said that people born during the Lunar New Year tend to have the traits of the animal featured in that year. Individuals born during the Year of the Dragon are said to be enterprising, wise, and powerful. I am proud to say that I was born in the Year of the Dragon in 1964. I think you'll agree that we can all hope to share the dragon's many positive qualities, to have strength in our endeavors, wisdom in our judgment, and good luck and good fortune. The stamp, a 5th in the current Lunar New Year series, features a 3-dimensional dragon mask created by Camille Chu, with art direction provided by Antonio Alcala. Referencing the beautifully adorned mask used in Lunar New Year parades, the series offers a contemporary take on the long tradition of paper-cut folk art crafts creating during this time of year. The mask was constructed out of hand-printed paper and is embellished with acrylic paint and other paper elements like flowers and tassels. Gold and red are the predominant colors, gold signifying prosperity in the coming year, and red representing good fortune. You can purchase this stamp at any of our fine local post offices, including Fox Plaza and Chinatown stations, and from the convenience of your home at USPS.com. As you add the stamp to your collection or use it to mail your Lunar New Year greetings, it is our sincere hope that the Year of the Dragon brings peace, joy, and comfort to you and your families. Thank you again for the opportunity to be with you today, and I'd now like to ask Mayor Breed and our participants to come up and help me unveil the 2024 Year of the Dragon Forever stamp.
All right, join us in the count. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Commissioners, please come.
Come on, some of you get over there.
Grace.
Grace, why are you sitting there?
Grace. 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 Come on.
Also want to.
Oh, yeah?
Thank you, everyone. Hello.